all of y'all that accuse me of being color biased, I will say this. You're not gonna beat an international disc for cutting and leveling. Well, I mean, there's things that's gonna cut better in hard ground, but ain't nothing gonna out-level that old 496 on 7.5-inch spacings. Told Robert just to slow down just a tad. Had just a little, it was throwing just a little ridge in the middle. Slowed him down a little bit, and we got that out of there. Just gonna bust this open, let it get some air, and we're gonna bring the do-all over here in the morning, and we might be planting beans tomorrow afternoon if everything goes right. Hopefully they can get over here and get our fertilizer spread pretty soon. Are you wanting to observe too? When you're coming through with that disc, that spot that was still hard on the top, it's finishing breaking it loose. And then right there where I dug, that's your ripper shank.
Yeah.
But even though you got your ripper shank at the soil, it's still loose between the shanks. There's the other ripper shank right there. Buy you a shovel, boys, you'll learn something. Get out there and dig a little. That's a lot better than them 4-inch sheets, so it was ripping up, don't it?
Oh, yeah.
We went from not being able to get that shovel 2 inches in the ground with me bearing down on it to that right there. Let's go get the fertilizer ordered. About 500 pounds of fertilizer is going out. What setting you got it in? It is cutting down there pretty good, but I say leave it alone if it's finishing busting out the middle of them ripper tracks. Well, as y'all learned over here, I'll just say morning to you, because we don't say good morning anymore. Because when you say good morning, things go to crap. Got the disc over here. Robert's done this little deal once over there on the other side. Well, we done broke out another blade. Don't know what happened there. Dion, you get you one of these bad boys right here and get rid of that pipe wrench and that bar, your back wouldn't be near sore at the end of the day. Look at that. How easy has that made our life since we bought that thing? Alright, I'm gonna put y'all over here where y'all can help us. I want to make sure y'all do the heavy lifting, because me and Robert's done already put in a 40-hour work week in this Wednesday. I'm not an early riser at all. Old Robert and I been up with the sun. We're beating the rooster up. He's slacking on his job. Oh, we ain't got to look at that. We got lucky today. Was you that lucky on the other one?
Yeah. It's always this second one for some reason.
Blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. for us, and me and Robert's gonna go over here and work on the starter fertilizer trailer. And
this is actually the easy part now.
Robert's right. Since we bought that, that's the easy part. That used to be the hard part, getting that nut broke loose. But now the hard part's just figuring her back on there. But we're gonna let y'all do that for us, and we're gonna go work on the starter fertilizer trailer. And when y'all get that done, just holler at us, and I'm gonna hop on tractor and go do some disking. Oh, they coming. Y'all got it hung for us, but you didn't tighten them up. Now I ain't gonna run along like that. I tell you, you can't hire good help these days. You know, I reckon a screwdriver is about the most versatile tool there is. You can use them as I'm using it to get the mud off these grease fittings here. So, or not mud, but soil off these grease fittings here where I can grease it. You can use them as a pry bar. Somebody makes you mad, you can use it as a weapon. When push comes shove, you can always use it as a screwdriver.
Well, the radio ain't playing much today, so I thought I'd talk to y'all for a minute. But today is the first day of Plan 2023. Everybody else got started on Monday. We just had some things not go our way, some equipment kept giving us some troubles, some tillage tools, planter, but knock on wood and thank Jesus we're here now in the field, getting started on what hopefully will be a good year. I'm running the Stretcher Duo, and I'm running it on a prayer because I got a bearing that's got a bearing that's trying to go out on me. So I'm hoping that it'll just let me finish this farm and we can work on it in the morning. It feels good to be back in the field. Kind of ready to get this year started, trying some new things, doing more management this year. And I'm ready to put that disaster of a year that was 2022 behind us. A lot different story than last year. Last year we didn't see no dust until May, and here we are April the 12th and we got dust. Got a little frustrated with Dylan Monday and Tuesday because everyone else was planting and we were still there at the shop. But after seeing what I've seen in the sweet corn patch, digging and just how much things better things are now, good soil bed and good things in feels right, and things are just a lot better. Giving them extra 2 days, you know. Don't want to do like last year where you're sticking it in the mud and the seed trench was hard. This year the old seed trench is just floppy and light and warm. So a lot different story. So that's why he gets paid the big bucks to make them decisions, because if it was me, we'd have been out here Monday. But things would have probably been borderline. But one thing I've got to learn if we're going to strive for these high yields is you got to be patient and wait for things to get right. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. You just worry about you and do it right. But it's hard to be patient when all of your buddies are sending you Snapchats of them planting and you're sitting there working on your planter. So, but nonetheless, here we are, and I'm in a much better mood now.
years ago.
Finally.
Finally. It's magical fairy dust that's gonna make us 100 bushel nigger beans.
Tar Heel Farmer, he's using it.
Oh, if the Tar Heel Farmer endorses it, you know it's golden. There's a lot of people that's watched our videos that said they're gonna try it this year. All this product testing we do, man. We do it so you don't have to. Results may vary. That's ours how to do it. I know there's some dusty, nasty mess.
April the 12th at 1:30. First pass of plant 2023. It finally has come to Joyce Brothers Farms. Doing something new, planting soybeans first. Ain't never done this. Get out and do some digging. Slug.
I don't think it's a slug.
Worm.
Grub maybe. What are you mad about? Ruining his day. These beans right here, they're I put a premium seed treatment on them. They got a fungicide, an insecticide, and a nematicide. The nematicide is supposed to fight nematodes. I know the history on this farm, and it's had lots of beans on it over the years, so I figure it's probably got some nematodes on it. We done all this work and deep ripped it and got this good seed bed, and way over here planting these soybeans. I'll be planting some corn on it. But let's see if we got any soybeans. Yep. It says it's planting low, so we're gonna have to do some adjusting. She tucked in there. All pretty.
Nice loose seed bed.
Nice loose seed bed. He said, I got roots to grow. Got somewhere I can stick my roots. nothing like planting a few soybeans and starting plant 2023 to set you in a better mood. As of right now, we're doing all right. Man, planting this old worked up ground could really spoil a man. Feels like I'm riding on a cloud. Right over there is the old big field that we done all the dirt work on. So I can't wait to get over there and plant it and see how them new terraces do. I hope that we can get over there and plant it while there's still some daylight left, because I would like for y'all to see it. Let y'all kind of ride a pass with me where y'all can get an idea of the delay and terrain of this old farm I'm over here planting. For the most part, it worked up really good. There's a spot or two that's a little cloddy, and a lot of that is just, that old ground was so hard, man. That ripper just, I mean, they ripped up chunks. It's like, if anybody's familiar with ripping up concrete slabs with like a track hoe, it was that same scenario. We was literally ripping up concrete slabs. I spent all of yesterday prepping the planter. There's no telling how many hours I have spent on the planter this spring setting it up, but I think it is going to pay dividends in the future, in the yield this fall. I think what we have done on this farm is going to pay dividends this fall. But we turned this farm from a 4-inch slab of concrete to a soil that has 8 inches of a consistent density. I think it's pretty impressive, some of the things we've learned this spring with a shovel and just by digging in the dirt and putting boots in a field. I think no-till is a good thing, and we're going to have to no-till this farm to keep it together. But you got, what a lot of people don't understand about no-till is you've got to start right. Well, before you go into no-till, you need to address your compaction issues. You need to smooth the field up and get it right. We are going to try to get it into a rotation. Try to get it where we just run that minimum till, run that low disturbance ripper, you know, about once every 3 years. Y'all seen me run the ripper on my channel for the past 2 years. But I tell you what opened my eyes as much as anything is when we was on that old hill we done the dirt work on, and I ripped it, and it was just pulling the guts out of that old tractor and coming up in sheets. And then when I jumped over on that other field that had been ripped the previous fall, and we run the ripper again, and how much easier that tractor pulled. Now, if the tractor pulls easier, you know some roots are going to go down in the ground easier. But over here on this farm, we had it in soybeans last year. We were just doomed from the start. It was compacted, not enough fertility. We planted it too wet. We got a 4-inch rain right after we planted it. we were just doomed from the start. But I really have faith this year that we are going to make a good crop. We took care of the compaction issue. We addressed some issues on our drill. You know, we've done so much work on the planter this winter, I forgot that we went over the drill like we did. We have literally spent a winter working on planters. That's all we've done is work on planters. But I'm hoping it's going to make a difference. Putting a lot better seed treatment on these beans than we put on last year. I got 2 bags here I'm trying that has a nematicide in it on it to help with the nematodes, soybean cyst nematodes. I don't know if that's a real thing robbing yield or not, but well, I guess we're going to see because I got 2 bags to try. I know the history on this farm, and I know it's had a lot of continuous beans on it over the years, so we're going to do that, and that's hopefully going to help. It's also got just a regular old insecticide, and it has a fungicide on it. Beans, we're planting as early as we are. April the 12th is the earliest I've ever planted a soybean. Before this, the earliest I'd ever planted a soybean was April the 24th. And you know, I didn't think those beans did real spectacular, but they was on a tough farm, and looking back, that was the best bean average that farm ever made. So I thought I'd give this an old college try. And besides the regular seed treatment, we've got the Seed Plus Graphite, a rhodesian product. You know, I done that test on the Seed Plus Graphite back in the winter, and it showed some really promising results in the planter. So, in the test we did, so especially on wheat, I was super impressed with it on wheat. But it made a big difference on the corn too. So we got these soybeans back here treated with it. What I did, I just dusted it on as we loaded the drill. What I like about that stuff is it's got a few of the things in it. Now granted, they ain't large amounts, but them being right on the seed should help. But it's got a few of the micronutrients in it that we kind of come up short on in our tissue test on the wheat. And I've just caught a few things this spring that I ain't been catching. I don't know what suddenly opened my eyes up. But like boron, when that tissue test come back low on boron, I thought, and every one of them come back, I got to scratching my head like, what's going on here? You know, we've been applying boron. I'm telling you, this afternoon has really done me good. Sticking some seed in the ground has been good for my soul, because I have been ill, I have been irritable. Seems like everything has fought us every step of the way. But it makes it all worthwhile when you can get over here and actually do what you enjoy. It makes it all worthwhile. It's amazing how just a brief moment of time, things going right, makes you remember why you love it, and it seems to make you forget just all that trouble you've had and how much it's took to get here, and just how this morning, literally 12 hours ago now, I was ready to pull my hair out. Didn't think we would ever get anything done. But it's those brief moments like that that makes it all worthwhile. I'm fixing to show y'all just an absolutely beautiful sight coming out of this field. It kills my soul to have to leave a set of tracks across it. I set my AB line right there. I should have come to this side of the field and started where I didn't have to leave a set of tracks out, deadhead out. But look at that. Is that just not absolutely beautiful? I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm gonna go and show you before it gets too dark. Oh. You feel them old river tracks. You can see where it worked up a lot better where we didn't reel. Man, oh man, oh man. Is that not a dramatic transformation? Oh my gosh, I mean, I know I'm the one that done the work, but I kind of want to brag on myself a little bit because I cannot believe that turned out that good. Look at that. Man, that's so much better than a bunch of big old ditch. We're making strides, guys. We're making strides. Look at that beautiful John Deere spreader truck. So alright, we're out here in the field and we're doing a little observing today. And what I'm wanting you to observe, you see right up here next to these trees, didn't rip it. You see this set of end rows here? Since it was running directly downhill, we didn't rip it. You see that water standing? Now, look right here in the center of the field where we ripped. Right in here. Not a bit of water standing. Now we got a little water right there. You see right there when I move my finger, that's where I turned and where the wheels packed it down. We got a little water standing there. But this farm is absorbing every bit of that rain that is fell. But I thought that was pretty interesting. That spot right here that didn't get ripped, water ponding, standing. You move 20 foot over where it got ripped, absorbing every bit of it. And I was trying to zoom in there. You can barely roll them beans down there at one point.